Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Letsvette. I'm Brandon, and as always, we are here at C8 Corvette in Atlantic City. Today, we are going to be talking about some of the new options for 2026. I would imagine I'm going to have quite a few videos coming as inventory trickles in and we get to see more and more of those options. Today, I've got a few things for you, but we're going to be going over two cars. These are both 3LT convertible Stingrays, 2026 models. Today, first of all, I want to talk about this new asymmetrical adrenaline red and jet black interior. Now, we optioned this one with a black exterior, gloss black wheels, bright red painted brake calipers to match, but what I really want to hone on is this interior. Now, there are a few ways you can do this. The standard, no matter what you do, is going to be an adrenaline red driver's seat and a jet black passenger seat with adrenaline red stitching. There's a few ways you can go, however. The standard is going to be two GT2 seats on both sides. But you also have the added option to make the driver's seat a sport competition seat. So if you're a track enthusiast, but you'd still like your passenger to be driving a little bit more comfortably when you're not on the track, that might be a great option. Another couple ways that this is differentiated is by this extra bit of red on the dash. It's a little bit more red on the dash than a traditional adrenaline red interior would be. We also optioned it additionally with this asymmetrical dual racing stripe. Looking at it, facing it, on the left side, you're going to have a carbon flash racing stripe with adrenaline red edging, and then it's going to be the inverse on the other side. So this does make it a very driver-centric car, puts all the spotlight on the driver's seat. I think this is going to be a very polarizing option. Some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate it, but if you want all the focus on the driver's seat, this is going to be the move for you. The other thing I want to talk about is this new interior layout, and there's a lot that we have going on here. I'll do a different video later of the actual infotainment system, the electronic side, once I get a little bit more familiar with it. But one thing I can tell you from delivering a couple of these cars and sitting in them is that the new layout, not only the look and the feel, but the sound as well, just the little digital cues, makes it seem a lot more digitally connected to the car. With that being said, this one has carbon fiber level 1 on the interior, and I think that works a lot better with this new interior layout than it did previously. Not that it was bad, but it shows you a lot more of the carbon fiber on the transmission selector switches and the drive mode selector switches. So I think the value of carbon fiber level 1, even though the price hasn't changed, I do think this new interior layout brings up the value just a little bit. Still got the carbon fiber on the door handles as well, and then on your dashboard too. So that I really like. I think there's going to be some fun options that we can do this with. Obviously, black being the lowest hanging fruit. Red on black is always going to be in style. I think it'll work well with white. I really think it'll work well with the new Blade Silver that they're bringing back. I actually was fortunate enough to see one of the new ZR1Xs at Carlisle. Blade Silver with the asymmetrical red interior and this new stripe on there as well. Think that works really, really well. And I'm trying to think of what other color combinations we can do with it. I know we don't have any grays in the lineup, but let me know in the comments what exterior colors you guys think will go well with the new asymmetrical red interior. I'm gonna have some more coming for you as we get more inventory, but next up we'll get into the Santorini blue. Guys, one thing that I wanted to talk about too before we move on from this one is the wheel on this. They've changed the standard wheel for the Stingray on the 2026 model, which I think is a great move. We're getting away from the open 5-spoke and going back to the split 5-spokes. We had two options for 24 and 25, but now we have a few more options and I'm learning them as I go. But more than anything, I'm so glad that we have a fully gloss black option. This one does not have the machined edge. One of the biggest, I guess you could say, complaints that I got previously is that a lot of people wanted this black wheel but did not want the machined edge, or the open 5-spoke wheel in carbon flash but did not want the machined edge. We finally have an option for that, and I said this in one of my other videos, The gloss black 20-spoke wheel, I think, is still going to be the fan favorite for the Stingray. But what that doesn't do well that this one does, the 5 split spoke, is it has so much more open space. So if you have a colored caliper, a bright colored caliper, like the Velocity Yellow or like the Bright Red, I think this wheel is going to be a great choice because it's going to expose a lot of that and let it tie into a brighter exterior. So we're going to have some more wheel options coming. The other thing that I'll touch on later when we get some more in, the new stock no charge wheel is going to be this wheel but in a pearl nickel, and I think that is so much better than the silver painted stock wheel of the 2024s, 2025s, and other ones. But again, as I get more inventory, I'll continue to bring those in. We'll go over those at a later time. All right, guys, next up, we are going to be going over the Santorini blue interior. There's been a lot of mystery, a lot of controversy shrouding this one. And much like some of GM's online renderings, I don't think the online photos give you really the full effect of this Santorini blue. This is coming in to replace the tension and twilight blue dipped interior. Now, much like the twilight blue and tension blue that has been discontinued, this will require a 3LT or 3LZ trim, a little bit more subdued. I was talking with one of the engineers at Carlisle, and there are a lot of people looking at this. They said, I don't know, is it fully blue? Does it have hints of purple? Somebody used the word indigo, and I think that might be right about on the nose for what this looks like. It does not entirely match the new blue caliper option. We don't have that in stock yet, but we will in the future. And even though it doesn't entirely match it, I think it works well with it. It's not too contrasting. It doesn't look mismatched, but it does work well if you choose to option your car with a blue caliper in conjunction with the new Santorini blue interior. Now, one of the other things that differentiates this from the old tension and twilight blue dip, this does have black. So the carpets, the dashboard, the center console, a lot of this is true black, whereas on the tension and twilight blue dip, that twilight blue appeared black, but it was actually a very dark shade of blue. What I like about this one is the stitching. Really pops nicely against that steering wheel on the dashboard. Also does really well in conjunction with carbon fiber, the level 1 that we have on this car. But I'd really love to know what you guys think in the comments, because I think that's gonna set a lot of the tone for moving into 2026 and custom builds. Much like the asymmetrical layout, I think the color of this one itself is gonna be very polarizing. I think there's gonna be a lot of people who see it and absolutely love it. I think there's gonna be a lot of people who see it and say, hey, it's not quite for me. But I think there's going to be a lot of really fun out-of-the-box combinations that we can do with this. Obviously, it's going to work well on white. I think it's going to work really well with black. You know what I want to see this with more than anything, though, is the Hysteria Purple. And I'll tell you why. The Hysteria Purple, you guys probably know by now, it's gotten mixed reviews. I personally love it, but I think GM would have done better naming it just Hysteria, because it's not quite purple and it's certainly not just blue. It's kind of like a bluish purple. What's interesting about Hysteria is you look at it by itself and you're like, yeah, it's bluish purple. But you look at it next to a blue car, whether that be Riptide or Rapid Blue, and you go, oh, okay, now I see by contrast that it is in fact a purple shade. I think this is going to achieve the same effect. I really would love to do a custom build with a Hysteria purple car with blue calipers and the new Santorini blue interior, because I think the contrast is going to show you the difference between the actual blue and purple, but they will be complementary colors. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What color do you think Santorini blue is gonna go with? Do you think it's gonna go well with Hysteria like I have in my mind? I think it's kind of a high risk, high reward maneuver, but let me know what other color combinations you're gonna wanna see with the Santorini blue, because I am looking for ideas and I am looking for fresh builds. That is just about all I have for you today in what's new for 2026. As we get more inventory, I'll continue to bring you new inventory shoots and walks of the new options, specifically the interiors for 2026. With that being said, if you're looking to do a custom build, if you're looking to put something through, that is my favorite part of the job, feel free to reach out to me directly. My cell phone is 856-534 4006. My email is bnewberger@cioccaauto.com. And also, I forgot to mention this in the beginning of the video. If you have not yet done so, please click that subscribe button. That's going to help me keep bringing fresh, new, relevant Corvette content to you. I promise I'm going to have some more options for you soon in terms of inventory layout, but for right now, that's all I got for you. Thank you so much for tuning in to Let's Vet. And as always, I'm Brandon. I'll catch you next time.